Shalom, l'école israélitine arbot kanfot shel haaretz. Kan Assaf Benami Crispin, Levi, correm shel sheaves israelite, Pereira Barreto. Aqui quem fala é o ancião Assaf. Eu quero desejar a todos os israelitas na face da terra shalom para todos. Here, the elder Assaf Benami Crispin Levi, Zaken Shel Yishuv Israelite of Pereira Barreto City. And I would like to talk with you about the commandments of the Torah. And we stopped at the item number 121, and now we're going to item 122. The forgotten sheaves of a field that is reaped must be left for the poor. Devarim 24:19. Let's go to the reading. Devarim 24. Devarim 24:19. Let's go to the reading. When you reap your harvest in your field, and have forgot a sheaf in the field, do not go back to get it. Let it be for the stranger, for the fatherless, and for the widow, so that Yahweh, your Elohim, might bless you in all the work of your hands. Then you can see the care of the eternal Yahweh with the widow, with the fatherless, with the poor. And if we have one plantation and you make the harvest of it, and if we forget a gleaning, or we forget a sheaf in the field, we can't go back to pick up things, because he's left for the poorless, the poor, for the fatherless, for the widow, because it's a commandment of the Eternal One. It's eternal covenant. Well, in the oral law, we're going to read this item 122. The forgotten sheaves of a field that is reaped must be left for the poor. Job 31:16-17. Let's go there. Job. Job. Job 31. Job 31:16-17. If I have withheld the poor from pleasure, or caused the widow's eyes to fail, or eaten my piece of bread by myself, and the fatherless did not eat of it. But from my youth he grew up with me as with a father, and from my mother's womb I guided her. Then we can see that Job was a just man that cared of the poor, of the fatherless, of the needed ones, widow, and he has always ever cared of these ones. And he argues with these companions that then you can see the importance of the Torah. First, the contributions for the Levite, for the Kohanim, the priests. And second, for the orphans, the widows, the needless, the fatherless. And let's see this item. Let's see this item in the Torah. The Torah in Yeshua's time, 122. Corinthian Beth, 2 Corinthians, Corinthian Beth, 2 Corinthians, 9:8-9. Second Corinthians. Second Corinthians, or Corinthian Beth 9. 8-9. And Elohim is able to make all favor overflow toward you, that you always having all you need in every way, and have plenty for every good work. As it has been written, he scattered abroad, he gave to the poor, his righteousness remains forever. Then if you give to the poor, your righteousness is remained forever. Because it's a commandment of the Torah. It was written in the oral law, it is written in the Torah in the times of Moshe and in the times of Yahushua, and the Torah continues forever until the last man in the earth. The Torah is eternal one. Well, now let's go to the other item. Item number 123. Any remaining olives or grapes must be left for the poor. Devarim 24. Devarim 24. 20-21. Devarim. Devarim 24. 19, the forgotten, Devarim 24, verse 20-21. When you beat your olive trees, do not examine the branch behind you. Let it be for the stranger, for the fatherless, and for the widow. When you gather the grapes of your Vineyard, do not glean behind you. Let it be for the stranger, for the fatherless, and for the widow. Then these remaining olives or grapes must be left for the poor, for the widows, for the fatherless, because it's Yahweh's order, Yahweh's command. Let's read each. In the oral law, this item 123, Job 31, 16, 17. Job. Job, third one, 16, 17. We read this verse already, but let's read it another time. If I have withheld the poor from pleasure, or caused the widow's eyes to fail, or eaten any piece of bread by myself, and the fathers did not eat of it, then we must share with the fatherless, with the widows, because it's agreeable and before the Eternal One, because it's a commandment of the Torah. And the just one, he gives to the poor, to the needed ones. He doesn't retain for himself, but he shares the little one that he has with the needed ones. And we can see that it's a blessing before the Eternal One. Well, let's read in the Torah in the time of Yahushua. We're almost finishing. Corinthian Beth 9:89. Corinthian Beth. Corinthian Beth. Segundo Corinthian Beth, 2 Corinthians 9:89. And Elohim is able to make all favor overflow toward you, that you always having all you need in every way, have plenty for every good work. As it has been written, he scattered abroad. He gave it to the poor. His righteousness remains forever. Then it's very important that we care of the poor one, the widows, the fatherless. Yahweh bless you and your family. Yahweh Baruch Taver Mishpahaga. Shalom Zot Chra Bracha Shel Zaken Assaf. Shalom Lekulam.